one. You got that one.
I got that one. So with like your whole stream aesthetic, to kind of like add to that is I noticed that you have a ginormous sort of like 90s like and particularly Capcom like game art style going around your stream.
Mm-hmm.
Uh like what was sort of what would you say is your like top influences for your kind of your taste in artwork?
So around 2017, pretty much just like I wanted to completely rebrand my channel with like my own original character and like aesthetic and stuff. And
Mhm.
I had already gone for like a synthwave like 80s kind of vibe with like the channel layout and like font and some other stuff, but I kind of wanted to shift over to having my own character for like emotes and stuff because I got to that point where I didn't want my stream to be about me, you know, and kind of going back to what I was saying about egos and stuff. Like when you start out, it's all about you and you have like emotes of your face and emotes of like you, and it's just like it's all about yourself. And I was like, I don't really want it to be about me anymore. I want it to be like I want it to be about a character that represents like the brand and you know have like my own designs. And so in 2017 I reached out to angry D Sloogie.
Mhm.
um and this was before he like blown up. Like he's like everybody knows who he is now, but like this was like super early. He had like less than 4,000 followers on Twitter, and I hired him to help me finalize the designs on my character and make some animations and do some channel banners and stuff. And he did it for like so cheap for what he would charge somebody now. And
Yeah.
me and him ended up being, you know, me and him ended up becoming friends just by chance because we just enjoyed a lot of the same stuff and we were talking. And then like within the next year, he had completely like helped me rebrand my channel. And we're still like best friends now. Like I saw him the other day, and he'll always like make art and animation and stuff for my channel and help me like essentially rebrand and capture that sort of Capcom art style from like the 90s and stuff, because he's a big fan of that era as well and inspired him when he was a kid. So it's really honestly all thanks to him and his art and animation, and just fortunate enough to have him as a friend. You know what I mean?
Um, and I just want to ask this like quick question, really quick. Is your avatar heavily influenced by a character from Waku Waku 7?
Yes.
I knew it. I knew it,
Yeah,
man.
people assume it's Arena from Waku Waku 7, but the thing is like their ears are different, and I tried to combine three different things that I liked. Akari
Mhm.
Kanzaki from Battle Athletes, which is what my name is based off. That's why she wears a runner leotard,
Right.
and the color scheme and print is supposed to be like Battle Athletes. Then like the midriff leather jacket and gloves is supposed to be kind of like the Major from like Ghost in the Shell, just kind of going with that like leathery 80s vibe, and the sunglasses.
Mhm.
And I've always been a big fan of like those rabbit ear style hairstyles. Like Akari Kanzaki has these two rabbit ear looking things that are just supposed to be part of her hair. And I also like Arena's rabbit ears, but but like Arena's ears are actually fairly short. They kind of stop at her shoulders or a little bit below her shoulders.
Mhm.
And I just wanted like really long, like flowing, almost like scarf ears. But at the end of the day, like the silhouette is still like really similar to Arena. So everyone's like, oh, it's just Arena. Because when you look up Arena, a lot of people in fan art for Arena give her like really huge ears, kind of like the way I draw my character. But if you go to the actual game, she has kind of like straight rabbit ears that kind of stop at her shoulders. But people take a lot of liberties with the design for fan art. So, but I'm at the point where I don't even argue it anymore. They're like, "Oh, you basically just ripped off Arena." I'm like, "Sure, whatever."
Hey,
Say
man,
so, bro.
like that's why I gotta ask, because it's like when I see her, the first thing that comes to mind is Waku Waku 7. But in my mind, I'm like, how many people know about Waku Waku 7? Apparently
That
more than I
too.
think. You know what I mean? Apparently more.
Trust
More
me,
than I
yeah, I thought
realize.
the same thing, but Twitter lets me know all the time.
Oh, right. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah. They're
Um,
always just kind of like, looks like Arena. Oh, that's a really cool picture of Arena. And I'm just like, oh my God. And then,
Arena.
in fact, my character looked like some other characters I didn't even know existed. Apparently, she looks more exactly like this character from a game called Newman Athletics.
Games are
never
Um,
heard.
sick.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, it
Those
looks
games are
just like
very
her
cool.
with like the running outfit and the jacket and the hair. I'm like, holy crap, it looks just like her, but I didn't even know she existed.
Maybe they
You know?
ripped you off.
Yeah, they used a time machine to go to like back from the Super Nintendo Neo Geo era.
Oh shit,
Mm.
that far back?
Yeah, dude, it's like an old game. It had a
Go
sequel
look
called
those up.
Here, yeah. If you looked it up, the character's name is Shannon. If you type in like Newman Athletics or Mock Breakers.
The
Mhm.
coolest thing about those games, Max has actually, I think, played them once on stream, which is how I saw him, because like he's a big fan of games in that era too. But like, it's basically a collection of mini games in a game. So like it's you versus I think what 3 of your friends. Like it's a 4v game, and you just like compete at whatever like
Oh.
5 mini games to win the overall title. It's very cool.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe what it was like Sunsoft that made Waku Waku 7. But also Waku Waku 7 I believe is on the Neo Geo. So maybe they
It
like
was
ripped off
originally Neo
themselves,
Geo.
you know?
It was originally a Neo Geo game, and then it came to Sega Saturn in Japan.